Let's go. IVDA. Hmm. Let's go. Let's go. Good morning, everybody. Look at the S&P. My goodness. My goodness. My goodness. Shish. That's wild. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, no puts in this market. You will get NTATs. That's a pretty good, nice gap up to potentially be selling some calls, though. That's nice. That is a very nice. If you're holding calls to be getting rid of them in 10 minutes, that's nice. Good morning, everybody. Top of the morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Thursday. BTC looks nice too. Even though we're selling off, we were at 119.5 back to 119. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Mary. Bonjour, Mevi. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Thursday. 171 is your entry. IVDA 171. I would say, are you on Stream Ghost? I would say stay above 165. Your support is all the way down to 160 though. But for now, it's a tough entry. One second, guys. I just wanted to answer this. 60. There you go. Perfect. Good morning, Dan. Good morning. Good morning. Spikes, good morning. I already missed a whole bunch of you, so I might as well just give up, I'm kidding. Good morning, everybody. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. Can you believe the S&P was at 480, 490 in April? Now we're sitting at 670. Isn't that ridiculous? Isn't that crazy? I think that's crazy. Because now we basically rallied like 33% from minus 20 something. You know what? If you see Dan's comments in the chat, just ignore him. Right? From 490 minus 20 something percent to being up, like 14% is impressive. So yeah, congratulations if you bought some dipskis. I'm sure you're very happy with that. Again, Bitcoin has been nice. TSHA looks like we're finally trying to curl. My only concern with this name is the float. I initially liked this thing as like my potential favorite going into the open, but then the float is 200 million, so it can be a bit slower once the market opens. So just keep that in mind. TSHA, ready? ASBP. We're holding the 200 EMA for now, so I would almost expect this thing to maybe give us a bounce at the open, unless we just want to go back and retest 36 cents, right? And then that's maybe cool too. So we'll keep an eye on it, obviously. DKI is curling to the view app, so that looks good. There's so many like random names that are just they're gapping up a bit. They have that potential, but Yeah, thoughts, Mohammed? Like DFLI doesn't look bad either, but it's also in the middle, right? Um, like we could easily drop to 68 cents, which isn't that far away. But then also we have resistance, right below 80 cents. So we're basically just sitting in the middle here. Yeah, so at this point, you're basically just waiting for the market to open and then go from there. Cool, cool. Yeah, so DKI looks good, but you have resistance at $1.30. And TSHA is going to be heavy to move. Heavy, heavy. Anyways, yeah, and then ANGX, I'll pull up that one too. Yeah, not bad. Hopefully today isn't the same thing that we've had, the entire week. Good morning, Ahmad. Right? Like a few scalpies, and then we get to the open, and it's like everything is just unable to break out. Hopefully, we can actually get some follow through today, please. I would appreciate that. Yeah, that IPO actually did well. FRMI, it actually did okay. Actually did okay, which isn't bad. One second. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Mhm. Okay. TNMG with a nice little pop there too. Yeah, it did. It really did. So let's see if it gives us that dip and then continues to run again. That would be nice. I almost want to see that thing dip, right? So like I said, I want to see that thing dip closer to that 200 EMA. And then we shall go from there. TNMG just exploded up, right? So this one's been good in pre-market too. Nothing crazy, 34%. But yeah, nice little pop here for TNMG. Nice pop. We've obviously posted a few charts of like TNMG. Um, so hopefully we can get some continuation. That's why. Yep. Nice pop there. Good morning, Mindful. Yeah. Again, my only concern with stuff like this is the market's about to open in 3 minutes, and we don't seem to be holding those gains. So we'll keep an eye on that. Right. Obviously, this was already one of the names we were paying attention to, so it just had a breakout there. 36 to 41. Your next resistance, judging by that supply zone, is a little bit higher. So that's if these candles can actually close above 40 cents first, though. Let's go. I woke up. Let's go. Come on now. Come on, Speedy. Come on. Let's go. Yeah. Yeah. Love it. Thank you, Speedy. Good job. Good job on that, by the way. And make monies. Make monies, please. La 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 la. For IVDA. Mm, yeah. Yeah, nice little pop there. But again, it did stay above that 165 IVDA. See, as long as it stays above that level, there's a chance. There is a chance. TNMG is looking like something that we're going to need to pay attention to as we get to the open. I still want to see ASBP dip closer to that 200 EMA already, and then we'll go from there. Cool. Deeps. We move at night. There we go. So market open, and let's see what type of boom skis we get. See what happens with the markets here. TNMGs look good, but again, it's a gap up, so you want to be a bit cautious. The S&P is retesting the 670, which honestly isn't a surprise. And that was a pretty nice gap up. ASBP we like. It would have been nice if we dipped closer to that 200 in the VWAP, but we're kind of consolidating here now, so we'll see what that thing can do. Alrighty, we shall see what it can do. We shall see if we can get closer to the bottom of the range. More dips. More dips. And there goes the dip ski. Okay. See if that thing can find a way to consolidate and then give us some rallies. Looking at some of these other names, TNMG is coming back for a retest. So basically retesting 35 cents. So if that's something you're paying attention to, watch 35 cents. IVD has actually done a good job. IVD has actually done a good job bouncing. So it came back for a bit of a retest and it held the downtrend at 165. So again, it's really early though. So some of these names are going to be quite volatile, which isn't a huge surprise. TSHA with a really nice pop actually. Like I said, if this thing had a smaller float, I think this thing would have been a clear favorite. But that 200 million share float, maybe it's just a slow and steady push though. CIGL spikes, nothing crazy. Of course, Ghost. I know. It's still at the same price though, so don't really worry about it. And it's the market open, so I wouldn't be too concerned. I would not be too concerned. So ASBP again, I'd like to see that thing consolidate around this range and start pushing back up. Ready? So yeah. There we go. trying to. So 39. 39.40. So again, we hit the range we were looking for and we're getting a little bit of a bounce. Again, we're just in that weird market, you know. Right? We're just in that weird market where like nothing really gets to like the follow through. Right? So you're looking at stuff at proper levels, but you're still not getting the follow through. So we'll see if ASBP can give us some follow through. Right? So we are like it just looks like we're kind of playing games here with all of these names. TNMG again, watch 35 cents. If we can stay above that, that's not too bad. I still don't mind this one. SPY with a nice little bounce, Bitcoin bouncing nicely. So it looks like for again, we're in that market where like it's only the big names that are cooking, just the big boys. NVDA cooking, SPY cooking, BTC cooking, right? Everything else slack, slack. So we'll see again. TNMG, watch for support. Watch for support at 35 cents. If it doesn't hold, then you're looking for 32-ish. TNMG. Yeah, Ben F with a nice little pop there. Ben. IVD has actually done a really good job. Ghost, that thing just wanted you out of it. Just wanted you out of it. So like he's out. Okay, okay. Now let's pump it, please. Let's pump it, please. So again, you're seeing some support for ASBP at the level that we wanted, right? The issue is where's the follow through, right? TNMG is the same thing, like both penny stocks, right? This one's also at a really good base. They at 35 cents. So if it can stay above that level, that would be good. So one of those names will pop, right? TNMG is kind of looking like the one that wants to pop here. But we shall see. We shall see. Again, ASBP is still trying to fight off that 200 EMA, but we need that volume. Come on now. 39 again. Come on, give it to us. Ben F looks nice. 39.20. We need boom skis. Come on now, give it to us. Come on. Where's the volume, guys? Where's the volume? What happened to buying stuff at the right level and then boom skis? What happened? Come on, make it happen, Dan. Make it happen. Someone make the phone call. 39.50. Where's that fat green candle? You know what I mean? Better than 100? Yep, exactly, Ghost. Exactly. Nothing wrong with that at all. Nothing wrong with that at all. So again, we'll see if this thing can reclaim 40 cents, guys, at some point, and then go from there. TSHA, you can see that there's some resistance. The closer you get to 440, 450, the more resistance we have. We don't do that here. Have you seen that video, Spikes? No, we don't do that here. Peace of mind, we don't do that here. Ah. So these stocks all kind of seem to be going back and forth here. Okay, so even IVDA, you can see that supply zone up there. And ASBP with some little bounces right off the right level, but again, just no boom skis, no follow through. Yeah, what happened here? And IVD is like, you know what? If nothing wants to go, I might as well just creep up 1 penny at a time. You know, 1 penny at a time. But yeah, no, TNMG is doing a really good job of holding 35 cents though, like a really good job. So as long as it continues to stay above 35 cents there, then not horrible. Virus. I mean, yeah, that is pretty nice though, Virus. Are you gonna take it? Are you gonna take it? So for me, for now, like ASBP, TNMG, one of these stocks will pop. TNMG, AABP, ASBP, right? So I want to see ASBP back above 40 cents. Like again, we found the bottom on this one, right? Where's the boomski though? There we go. There we go. Here we go. A little pop above 40 cents. Can we actually maintain that though? Can we push above and close above 40 cents? Can we push above? Virus, I'll take a look. I'll take a look once these momentum stocks kind of slow down a little bit. Not that they're doing anything crazy, but I'll take a look. So we can't seem to reclaim 40 cents yet, which we kind of need to. Alrighty. Yeah, we're just playing games at this point with all of these names, which is kind of annoying, right? So we're getting tired of this market. TNMG, same thing, but still holding the bottom. And then IVD is like, you know what, guys? You should have picked me instead. Should have picked me because I'm actually breaking out. right? Actually breaking out. So nice little pop there. Good morning, Jeff. Ayo. Ayo, what happened to this market, Jeff? Why is everything so annoying? Even the stocks that look good, like IVDA, like we're up 37%, guys. Like we're up 37%, 38%. Right. So slow. Mm, yeah, TNMG just needs a bit more volume there. A bit more volume. TSHA is super slow too because of that 200 million share float. I agree. CIGL, just nothing's happened with this one, so still dipping. And TNMG is looking like maybe we want to actually curl. So Speedy can celebrate. But that thing just goes up and then back down and then up and then back down. Some ridiculous price action if you ask me. In a couple of weeks, yeah. No. So those launch names are completely okay, obviously, right? It's the momentum stonks. We want to see some 200% gainers. Some 200% gainers is what we want to see. Yeah. I hmm, make sure okay, sounds good. Okay. Yeah, virus should be pretty easy for me to do. Very easy. And then IVDA still looks good, but it's still nothing crazy, right? Let's see. Copy. There we go. TNMG just got slapped there. Slapped. So maybe now that volume will come back to ASBP. This is some ridiculous price action at the open, isn't it? Okay, sounds good, virus. Sounds good. So we are holding 35 for now. Uh, for now. Okay. There we go. That channel should be fixed, virus. Good morning, Coleman. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, so TNMG watch for closer to that 200 EMA there. So 32, that was the next level we mentioned, right? So closer to 32 to 30 cents. ASBP, just no breakouts. The S&P is actually getting slapped a little bit there. Slapped a little bit. IVD is actually holding up quite well, Ghost. Holding up well. TSHA, no breakouts. Dang. No, that's okay, Coleman. I said like an hour before the close. We should be good to go. Alrighty. If not, we can do the close or something. But yeah, and then go from there. Jeff, let me take a look. Looking for another swing play. Thinking of 850. Okay, I'll take a look. I will take a look. Scheme. ANGX. So you're looking at $8.50. I can see why you're looking at that level, Jeff. It's a swing play though, so I think this is going to be the part that's a bit difficult. Is that thing's been running for a few days now. Since last Friday, Jeff, it's been running from 380 all the way to 1020. Um, I don't mind that 850-ish level, but if it breaks below that though, you're gonna have to get rid of it. Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. I don't mind that at all. Right? So I can see why you're looking at that level. It looks like a good spot, but if it breaks below, you're just gonna have to get rid of it. Alrighty, so not bad. Yeah. Not bad at all. Yeah, we're sitting at 35 now, right? So again, just no follow through. Initially, it looked good, right? So we hit the range. It looked like we were about to break above 40 cents, right? But there's just we don't seem to be getting any follow through on some of these names now. So it would have been nice if we broke about 40 cents there with some volume. Same thing with TNMG. Like TNMG still looks good. I think the difference with this one is that it's still holding above that demand zone. But there doesn't seem to be any follow through on any of these names. Bitcoin is about to go hit that 120. Come on, Josh, make it happen. Get back above 120. Get back above. Bring out the grill. DKI, yeah, this one looked good earlier too, but just nothing there. TSHA is actually looking good. Isn't that interesting? Right, this name that was going to be our favorite name, we kind of looked away because it had a bigger float. It's actually done quite well with that 200 million share float. No IPOs today, DC. No IPOs. No IPOs. Mm, okay, there we go. Oof, BTC. Oof, that looks nice. You know what they say? October, ready for boomskis. Lucky Luke. I'll send you an invite in the chat here. Okay. Um, so yeah, Luke, click on this link at the bottom of the chat and just follow the steps in the getting started channel. Cool. So yeah, click that link at the bottom of the chat. Ben F. Now you can see that 450 resistance for TSHA though, right? TSHA. So 450 resistance. Yeah, Jeff, you're getting closer and closer to the to that 850. Closer and closer. And IVDA hit almost $2, and then back to the same, almost to the same spot you sold this thing, Ghost. and then a bit of a bounce again. Trying to curl. Let me pull up Ben F. This one was good the other day, so actually not too bad. Not bad at all. Again, nothing crazy, right? Like, well, this one looks good and it's up 30%. Like, it's up 30%, right? And go back to those weeks where we can barely get 50% out of a stock. Barely get 50%. Unbelievable. ASBP is trying to curl here, but I think that might just be a push to retest the view up. So we'll see if it actually stays above the bottom there. That would be good. Maybe something good can happen there. BKKT with a nice pop. Nice little pop. Yep. BKKT. I think we said this the other day, right? Like BKKT is a perfect combination of, like, crypto, um, like a crypto stock, a tech stock. There's just so many perfect combinations there. So that stock is positioned to do some nice things if it wants to cook. Ayo, Kidlin. We used to like when a stock gets to 10%, Daniel. I know, right? Now we want 200%. Like, what is this? This is ridiculous. Ridiculous. UFG is halted up. A volatility halt, nothing too crazy. And TNMG is slowly getting closer to that 200 EMA. So 32 to 30 cents. That's the range I'd be looking at if I was still interested in this. Alrighty. So ASBP is going to, like I said, retesting that VWAP, right? So usually there's that run up. So the dip and then there's a run up to retest that range. So that's kind of what we are looking at here. Does that thing have the juice to break above it? Let's see. 37. 37 pennies. Yeah. 37, the 200 EMA. So this is the typical retest range, right? The VWAP or the 200 EMA. Initially we had a bit of a base there, so right from support we now need to clear this range. But maybe that's not a bad thing. Maybe we curl and go boom skis like we wanted to see in the morning. Ridiculous. 37.50. We just need something to cook. Cook, Caitlin. CM, good morning. Hello. Cook. Yeah, TSHA is going to be super slow, like super slow. And your resistance is 10 cents higher. So maybe a slow grind type of stock. Slow grind. Question for you guys in the chat though. What's your favorite stock right now? Favorite stonk? Yeah. When people switch up. Yeah. So what's your favorite stonk right now? So again, TNMG is still just holding that same bottom, right? So that 200 EMA is holding. So as long as we stay above it, Lisa says nothing. Seriously. Seriously, everything that we're looking at now is more of like a speculative, gamble type play. Like TNMG looks okay, right? It's still holding the 200 EMA, right? Like I said, 30 to 32 cents, 32 because of the 200 EMA, and then 30 cents because psychological level, right? So it's holding the bottom there. ASBP because if we can find a way to reclaim that range, maybe it's ready for a bounce. Yeah, like it's just more speculation than anything else. Ben F. Yeah, Ben F doesn't look bad. It's definitely performed okay. Only up 31%, which isn't bad. SPY might as well be SPY. Or BTC. Yeah, Lee. Yeah, BTC is the right answer, isn't it? To go 45 Lene. Yep. Yep. As long as that thing stays above that range we talked about, it's completely okay to me for now. So we just need something to actually break out though. Pretty slow. ANGX quality. Okay. BQ. Pfizer is your favorite name? What's the resistance for BTC? 120,000. Like BTTC or BTC, Ali? Because you've put that ticker in twice, so I think maybe you're actually asking for a stock BTTC or BTC. Let me know. Let me know. Yeah, you can see what ASBP is doing though, right? Like this is what we do all the time. When you go below a specific level, the retest is that same level. Good morning, Raven. No resistance. Moon. Pizza. When you're gonna be ready to race at this pace, you're gonna be ready to hello say. So yeah, this is very typical when you have a stock that has support at this level and then we break below that level and then we come back to retest the same spot, right? So this really isn't a surprise. If we can break above that, then it becomes a bit interesting, um but now we're not really doing anything crazy on any of these names. Nothing crazy at all. BTTC, you're asking for the next resistance? Okay, well, let's take a look. I'll come back to Ben F here. BTTC. Oh, Titan. What the hell is this? Is this an uplisted stock or what? Resistance? There's no such thing as resistance on this one. It's halted up, and the volume is 4,000 shares. So I'm not quite sure what to tell you with this one here. Right? You know what? I'll leave. It's a merged. Okay, that makes sense. I'll leave it up for a second here and see what happens after the on halt. But it has 4,000 shares. This is a recipe for disaster or boom skis, right? Like that thing could fly for no reason, or you could wake up and all of a sudden you're not wearing any pants. You know, so yeah, Tasha is actually doing okay. We should have just gone with this one, just because this chart looked the best to me in the morning. It just the float. I didn't think we would move aggressively with the 200 million share float. UFG is halted up again. Dang. And again, TNMG doesn't look bad, right? So obviously still interested in this one. And ASBP still needs to break above that 200 EMA, which was stalling at for now. And yeah. Jan? Well, Katy Perry wants her shirt back. Because I am a champion. Whatever, however the song goes. You're gonna make me. Anyways, type yes in the chat if you're holding TNMG. Type yes in the chat if you're holding this one. Is that thing on halted? No, it's still halted. BTC so close, so close. Heritage, yeah, okay. Yeah, there's a bit of a downtrend there, and obviously, again, it's the view up as well, right? So if I do a little downtrend with the algo, right, you could see it, right? So um, again, these names are all hitting support. That's the thing, but they don't seem to want to break out, right? So again, you have that resistance right there. So we need to break above that level for TNMG. Mario BQ, okay. BQ saved us a few times from the slow day, so maybe again today. So we shall see. And again, you can see ASBP fail at the 200 EMA, right? So not a massive surprise there. Not a massive surprise. Yeah, I wanted to watch this, but I'll pull up Ben F as well while we wait for that thing to on halt. Yeah, Ben F has looked like a better name this morning, that's for sure. Your next resistance on this one is $1.20, which it looks like it wants to break above. Right, so but definitely nice, some nice pops. Snapchat, Snapchat. It goes 122. 122. The candle hasn't closed above $1.20 yet, but good morning, Patrick. Any decent moves this morning? No, not really. Everything seems to be super slow, super slow. TNMG is holding the base though, which is good. Right, ASBP is kind of doing the same thing. So we kind of mentioned earlier that we like these two names. They still both look interesting, but they need that breakout though. They need the boom skis. Right, so as far as penny stocks go, I still like those two names, but we need some boom skis, Speedy. Some boom skis. TNMG is actually trying to break that downtrend. So we still need to get above 36, which is where the view app is at. Okay. Yeah, BTC is gonna have a bit of an interesting time reclaiming that 120. A bit of an interesting time, right there. And SPY is still below 670. There we go. ASBP is like, hey guys, can I come back now? Can I come back? Please, can I come back? Did you please? Just go. We just need something to go. We just something to go, guys. Just go. Mera puts virus. So 38 cents here for this one. Just go ASBP. It's not like we're asking for 200%. We're just 199. uh 38 30 38.50 again. There we go. So the last time we filled at 40 cents, so it would be nice if we broke above that level. Um yeah. Pyro, especially if you bought those puts right away at the open. Yeah. Profits, Eddie? Well, at least you made money, right? You can buy like one cookie with that. And that should make your day. Should make your day. Type yes in the chat if you're still holding ASBP. As annoying as this thing is, type yes in the chat if you're still holding this. Tasha, yeah, Tasha has actually done quite well, right? Yes, yeah, Tasha has done really well. Um, Coca, yeah, yes, yeah, right. Like again, we just need to follow through. We're not really asking for too much. Just the boom skis. But we'll see. SPY is consolidating a little bit though. Pyro, did you sell? Did you take the monies and run? There's a channel in Discord, Pyro. Options, entries, and exits as well. Right underneath the options cooking lab. So yeah, take a look at that. Maybe in a market like this though, where everything's a bit suspicious, names like TSHA do better um, because they're slower, easier to manage. Easier to manage. Do, do, do. Super slow. For let's go. Make it happen, virus. Make it happen. Omar, yeah, everything looks suspicious. Definitely. I still like again, AS we keep coming back to ASBP, but it would be nice if that thing actually showed us, something good. Would be nice if that thing actually gave us a breakout. Tasha for now is the only thing that's like, hey, I told you guys. You guys thought my float was too big, right? Well, sometimes a big float is a good thing. How does that song go again? Uh, anyways, you guys know what song? The song about the big butts. Anyways, that's Tasha. Slow and steady. TNMG though, TNMG and ASBP, they still give me that vibe. Like one of these names will pop. Still get that vibe from those names. Yeah, there you go, Eddie. Yeah. Good morning, Mayhem. 3836. Spy's about to visit the bottom again. Oh my god, Becky. Look at her float. Yeah. Yeah. 39 cents. Come on now. You can make it happen. Come on. 39.20. Yeah. 39.30. Going once. Come on. You can't? Your broker won't let you? Maybe that's a good thing. Caitlin. Maybe it's a sign. UFG keeps halting up. Like every candle is a halt up. Huge discounts? No. Max, they're about to do a split, so no thank you. Yeah. Already at $9 mindful BTTC? Is that the one we wanted to keep an eye on? No, it's still halted, right? Unless you're looking at the bits, mindful. So then, yeah, again, it has 4,000 shares, right? This is one of those names that can go stupid or go to the abyss, right? It's interesting how they call themselves BTTC, but and it's a pharmaceutical company, anyways. But yeah, with that potential float and volume, that thing could definitely do some interesting things. Yeah. Again, TNMG is holding that bottom really nicely there, which is good, right? So holding. ASBP still trying to test 40 cents. And Tasha has just been nice, right? Again, nothing crazy, just 1 penny at a time, but nice. The last time we were at this area was, right at the openish there, right? And we filled at 40 cents. So it would be nice to break above 40 cents this time. There we go again. ASBP testing once. 1 2 1 2. Boom. See, we knew this was coming. We knew this was coming. Uh, we knew that was coming. So yup. The question is, can we actually close that candle above 40 cents though? Again, if you're still holding ASBP, type yes in the chat. If you're still holding ASBP, type yes in the chat. We just had to play games, huh? Right? Cause why not? Cause why not? Right? Cause why not be annoying, right? But we're back above 42 cents, so that's good. Let's go. And membership paid for? Paid for. 43 cents. There we go. 44 incoming. See? We knew this was coming. Why did we play games, this whole time? Why, guys? Why do we have to do these things? You know? Why can't the stock just always go boomskis like this? Like right away. Um yeah, so 44. Yes. Coca. Good job on that. IOBT with a bit of a pop there. Yeah, and not losing it. Good, Raven. Good, good. Again, these stocks are quite annoying in this market, but at least we're getting something. So again, 34 it is the last double top, right? So if you look to the left hand side, you can see that 34, right? So sorry, 34, 44 already. So good job, Jim. Good job. Again, a little bit annoying, is wasn't it, right? So, but again, 44 is your next resistance. If you look to the left hand side right there, that's the level. I was about to brag about my line drawing skills, but I can still brag, right? Almost a straight line. Anyways, Derek, good job. 42, not bad at all. Alrighty, not bad at all. Better than down there. So if we can break above that 44, then there's more room to the upside. BTTC guys, as I think it was Marigold I mentioned earlier, right? BTTC is now at $9.30 and halted up again, right? So again, the volume is now gone from 4,000 to 90,000. Alrighty, so again, nothing crazy there, but the stock is popping, right? So again, with like super low volume like that, and the float and merger, you really never know sometimes what those things can do, right? Again, TNMG is still holding the bottom of the range, so those two stocks we like, right? For no reason, we like them for no damn reason, right? ASBP and TNMG. TNMG is doing a really good job holding the bottom, so hopefully it stays. And then ASBP needs to break above 44 cents. Nice investment, Jim. Good. I like it. Keep your eyes on energy stocks, John. I see. Okay. Energy and oil. Energy, same. Four. Stop loss at 68. Daryl. Monies. Give me a high five, Daryl. Well done. Like that. Come on, ASBP. Aspire to go boomskis. That's the name of the company, by the way. Aspire Biofarmer. Well, we needed to aspire to break above 44 cents. That's all we need. We don't need it to aspire to do anything else. Yeah, it's gonna be hard to get filled on BTTC. Really hard. Yeah, barbecue. Yep. So again, 44 cents on that for ASBP. Clearly, its resistance was stalling there. It would be nice though if we could stay above 40 cents now that we finally broke above it and actually do some nice things and stop going back and forth. You did. Well done, Raven. Good scalp. Good scalpy. Especially when you see resistance like that, honestly, there's nothing wrong. A lot of you guys took profits, right? Think about it. If you guys are taking profits right below resistance, a lot of people are doing the same thing, and then it makes it a bit difficult for it to break out, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you should be doing, right? So again, there was a double top, there was resistance there in the morning, and it's doing the same thing again there, right? So there really isn't a problem with taking gains at resistance. And if we can stay above 40 cents and get a cup and handle, that would be nice. But sometimes you just want to avoid that stress and get rid of some of the gains, right? What's the logic, Regan? The logic is that it has a nice base from a technical point of view. It's a crypto name, right? And crypto is pumping, so maybe it consolidates and goes boom skis as well, right? And it had some really good volume, so it did really well in the morning. So maybe it continues. So for now, as long as it stays above, I think honestly we were saying 30 cents, but for now, as long as we stay above that 200 EMA, fine. If it break below the 200 EMA, right, then all the problems. Other problems. IVD is still doing well. For those of you that are interested in watching this, Futa, we need a TNMG now. Yeah, we need them to both cook. But yeah, so IVDA is done well. You have your double top on the left hand side there at 195, $2, right? But nice curl on this thing. Right, just be aware of 195 though. Just be aware. Yeah, sometimes price action like this is just so silly, just so silly. So silly. Don't worry about my future. My future will take care of itself. Yeah. Yeah, so it would be nice if we can now get a cup and handle though. So, dip and then start curling off this level and then go back up. That would be nice for ASBP. We'll see if that actually happens. TNMG is having such a hard time at the VWAP, which we know isn't a surprise, right? The VWAP will forever be, resistance, right? This line right there, that little red line you see, that's going to be resistance. So TNMG needs to clear that level if it wants to cook. If not, we're going to keep going back and forth, right? We just keep going from the bottom back to the top, back to the bottom, back to the top, back to the bottom. Like we're just doing the same rubbish over and over again. ASBP is holding that 40 cents for now, which is okay, but we need to curl. We need to curl. DKI. DKI. Almost back to 41 cents here for ASBP, so that's progress for now. But we need boom skis. We need boom skis. IVD almost moves like it has a heavy float, doesn't it? But it's only 2.8 million. That thing should have broken out already. Yeah, should have broken out already. TNMG has CJET vibes. TNMG. Yeah, only if that thing would just break out, Josh. That's it. Just break out so the volume can kick in. That's it. That's it. 11 plus, is that what it's showing, Martin, or you're just kind of speculating? Why are you yelling at me? I need to go watch that Las Vegas video, Josh. Pizza for some vibes. ASBP is holding above that 40 cents, so that's good. So it's kind of doing what we wanted to do, right? Doing exactly what we needed to do. Exactly what we needed to do. So we need the cup and handle. Obviously, it's not really confirmed yet till we actually break above 44 cents. Right? That's the downside to all of this. Is like the confirmation doesn't quite come through till no 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 TTNP Vena, where the trainer was driving for you. No. No, not the drift video. The drift video was let's not do that again. Let's not do that again, please. I mean, that kind of set the tone for how aggressive you could be, though. But still, there goes IVDA. Yeah, this one's super like slow in the way that it's breaking out, which is interesting. uh, yeah, bit of a breakout, but again, it's really weird the way that it's moving. Doo-doo-doo. Steak, well done, Speedy. Yes, please. Yes, please. It might take all day to marinate though, Speedy. All day. All day. Isn't it crazy, guys? Like, like last week or the week before that, like it was so easy. Like every stock we looked at, literally everything we looked at, as soon as we looked at it, it was like, okay, let's start going up 200%, 300%. Like every stock would just go up 500% like nobody's business. This week, we can barely get things to move up 50%, which is okay because we go through these cycles all the time, right? It's like this. So don't get discouraged. This is like just a regular thing. We complain about it every time too. You know, like every so often, it's like, damn, can we get something to go up 50%, 100%? No. And then we roll around to the next week, the next month, and it's like, okay, 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 time to cook. Yeah. There are yes and no. Whale alert usually means that the stock is, being bought up by someone. Someone is buying a heavy amount, right? So it should be a good thing, but not always. Not always. Lucky Luke, welcome to the community. Welcome to Discord. So again, ASBP is trying to do what we needed to do, which is give us the cup and handle, right? So this one's looking the most promising, especially if we can break above 44 cents. I think we're gonna be hyped, but we need to behave. In terms of like momentum stocks, guys, we posted that little like chart for like the months. Um, let me see if I can pull it up here. So, um, like like the January is the hottest month of the year, um, right? And then August a little bit slower, September slow, right? And then October is usually when we start to pick up again, right? October, November, that's when we start to pick up again. So we are getting into that cycle now. So hopefully we can start to pick up. Cool. ASVP is looking okay, right? We're kind of doing what we needed to do. BTTC, that thing is going to be wild, right? Wild. It's halted up again. It's halted up again. Anybody holding BTTC? Wild. Yes, Lisa. Usually it's a large buy. But yeah, correct. Come on, ASBP. We need boom skis here. We need boom skis. That supply zone doesn't help, does it? Yeah, no, you can't really get into that thing. $600, Josh. Yes, please. Go boom skis. Mindful? $9? Okay. Don't let that thing hold down on you though, please. Yeah. Don't let that thing hold down on you. Pretty please. $10 KB? Okay. Hopefully that continues. The high is 11 for now, so hopefully it continues. TNMG, still sitting at that same bottom, guys. Stop is at $10, mindful. Okay, sounds good. You might need to, like, if I was in that same position, my stop loss would probably be 10.99. 10.99, no risk, right? The danger with like putting a stop loss at $10 when it's $11 is what happens if we hold down at $10.10, $10.20, right? Probably doesn't happen. You should be okay, but yeah, should be okay. But we've seen that happen though. Less than $300, Josh. Less than 300. Pump it. See, like Spy doesn't look that amazing, but BTC looks amazing. And TNMG is still fighting him. Fighting. Fighting. See if we can actually get a breakout. Well, ASBP is creating a bit of a downtrend here now in the 40s. Creating a bit of a downtrend. Waiting for no 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 no. There you go. No, yeah. If you took gains at 44 cents, there's nothing wrong with that, right? It's a clear double top and was stalling at that level and creating a downtrend. So, no, don't worry about it at all. Maybe that volume is going to rotate to TNMG now. Yeah. TNMG still needs to break above this stupid VWAP though. So VWAP test. Again, ASBP is still holding that 40 cents. So hopefully we stay above it. Hopefully. IVDA. What's your position in IVDA, Suleiman? I got in at 42 and left 42. Wasn't going. Bilal, what do you mean? Like you got in at 42 cents for ASBP? Don't make me find you. Don't make me find you. I know where you live. I have your address. At 42 cents, please send your address to ICE. Please. I'll let you do it on your own. Send your address to ICE. Going to start a company and call it BTC VTCD. Explain one of the plans. Yeah, no, for sure. I see what you're doing there, but at the same time, risk reward, right? So if your resistance is not that far above, you want to be very careful, right? So again, if you're getting in right there, so again, if you're getting in right here, right, or right there, and your resistance is right there, sometimes it's not really worth the stress, you know. That's it, right? Not that you're doing anything crazy, but when people know that there's resistance not that far away, right, it tends to lack the follow through, right? You know what I mean? So like that might be a really good entry, but then the fact that you also need people to jump in, right? That's always one of the benefits. Like when a stock breaks through resistance, people are gonna get excited. When it's curling, people are gonna get excited. But when they can obviously see the problem, sometimes they're like, okay, this looks good, but the problem is right there. Do I want to push it? No. Sorry. I'll behave. And for bad entries now. Yes, Josh. Yes. Right. So again, it's not a bad play, but when your resistance is 44 cents and you can see the double top, and you're trying to get in right here, and your resistance is right there, it's not worth it, right? Not worth it. You're better off going to TNMG instead, right? And saying, hey, TNMG is at the bottom. Let me just try TNMG instead. So yeah. No thanks, pizza. No thank you. uh, Come on, TNMG. Can we fly? What more do we need here, guys? Like we held the bottom. We've been holding the bottom for 2 years now. There's a 200, the demand zone. Where's the volume? If this was a month ago, everything from the bottom would be going boom skis. So again, hopefully you took some profits at least, guys, on ASBP. I know it's nothing crazy, but sometimes you take what the charts give you. You want to see 50 cents, but the charts are only giving you 42 cents, 44 cents, right? You either have to take the gains or you move your stop loss up, right? And yeah, let's see if we can stay above the 200 EMA and curl again and get a higher low. We'll see. So we'll keep this one on the watch list. For now, though, TNMG is slowly getting that volume, right? Again, type yes in the chat if you're holding TNMG. Type yes in the chat if you're holding TNMG. uh, there we go, 37. 37. Yes, 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 yes. At a higher price? Okay. So you need more boomskis than a match. Chance, yeah. Yep, not surprised. I mean, sometimes it's worth the gamble though, you know? Sometimes it's worth the gamble, especially when it's consolidating like that. It's easy if it doesn't work. You can just put a stop loss right below. If it breaks, it breaks. Right? If it breaks down, it breaks down. BTTC is still halted. Up. So we shall see. IVD has behaved really weirdly. Like the volume just, hasn't been there for the boomskis. Bitcoin is going back for 120,000, guys. We just hit 119,891 dollars. So almost $100 below 120. So pretty close. Pretty close. Martin, I would ignore those bits. I would ignore those bits for now. TSHA. See what this thing opens at. Here we go. Let's go, Speedy. Let's go. Let's go. Speedy, just upgrade that membership to Gold VIP. It's okay. Just pay it for them. Give us the boom skis. Yeah, don't forget to smash a like, guys, if you haven't already. Smash a like, hit that subscribe if you're new to the channel, please and thank you. And if you're not a member yet and you wanna join us in Discord, click the link at the bottom of the chat there from Nightbots and come join us already. So if you're not a member yet, become a member, come join us. And maybe says I sold my ASBP at the top, made $135. I'm done for the days, and since I'm still at work, let's go. And maybe you've just been slowly cooking, consistency. I like it. Keep it small, keep it consistent. Don't do anything crazy, please. Alrighty. Keep the losses, if you do take any losses, small as well, please. Alrighty. Good job. I like it. Yeah, I like it a lot. High five. That's swear in Canadian. Too funny. There we go. Yeah, BTC is gonna have a hard time at that 120, which is to be expected. To be expected. BTTC is still halted up, so waiting on that. Why is the market so slow, guys? IVD at least comes back to the top, you know? Yeah. um, yeah, so at least this thing keeps coming back to the top. Here we go. Kike? Yeah, smash a like, guys. Smash a like. Yeah. I think we are at we're at 110. But yeah, that's still less than half of the people in the chat. Way less. So smash a like, guys. YouTube seems to like smashing the like. Either way we're gonna be here cooking. But yeah, I would appreciate that. Seed ASBP. I almost need to delete all these circles because this chart is a complete mess now. But at least to reclaim 40 cents. There goes BTTC, guys. Unhalted and halted up again. So that thing is cooking. Cooking. And this is why though it's halted up, obviously, right? 1364, right? So wow, 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 wow. Look at that. The volume is still below a million, right? Crazy, huh? In perspective, most people work 8 hours to make 200. Seriously, Yogi, seriously, right? So sometimes with like these $1,000 goals and $3,000 daily goals, right? Yep, half of half of the population works 8 hours a day to make $200, right? More than 50% of of the population on in let's just say the states, you know, yeah. 80% of the entire world population, 80% works more than 8 hours to make that, you know? Yeah. You did 13. Okay, be ready to run the coma. Yeah. Like I said, if like with this name, your stop loss to me should be right below like the hold price. Don't give it any room, like because it's way too dangerous, right? If you set that stop loss, the last time we said set the stop loss at 10.99, right? If you set that stop loss at 10.99, guess what? It opened at 13 something anyways. Doesn't really matter, right? If the stock is gonna keep cooking, it should keep cooking without hitting a stop loss. But if it goes below that price, you run the risk of it dropping and then halting down. That's what scares me, right? It's not that there's no upside. It's like what happens if you halt down? Dangerous. Exactly, Yogi. Exactly. Yep. Let's see. DFLI. Oh yeah, highs of the day. That looks nice. DFLI. That one was on the list this morning as well. And it just wasn't doing anything till now. That was a good retest of the 200 at least. A good retest of the 200. TNMG is still just chilling and doing what it needs to do. ASBP, kind of the same thing. And then BTTC, waiting for the on halt on this one. Black Titan Corp. It's because it's a merger, so they're most likely still going through the merge, Omar. Yeah, probably still going through the process of merging. Omar, did you schedule a one-on-one in the one-on-one channel, like the calendar? Did you schedule something? Let me know. Yeah. La, la, la. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, no. Jeff has a yearly membership, So Jeff's name is gray in the chat, but Jeff is yeah, Jeff has a yearly membership. Doesn't expire till like the beginning of next year, Jeff, right? Beginning of 2026. So Jeff is just relaxing. Relaxing to, until I see it with my eyes. What do you see, Peter? What are you seeing? Is anybody else in BTTC? Anybody find a way to FOMO and get in? Mm, 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 mm. No, exactly, Jeff. Yeah. I think Josh gave you the yearly membership. Yeah, so it expires early next year. Ah, pizza. Alex, you are okay. Yeah, Juan, just be careful though, right? The higher we go, the more risky it is. I didn't take my pre. I it didn't take my pre order when. What's a good price to get in at? Um, on Lisa for a name like BTTC. Yeah, this is more of a gamble play, and you want to make that gamble earlier on if you're interested. Jeffrey, the Goat VIP. Yeah, you want to take that risk if you're gonna do it like sooner, right? And so you also have to look at you have to look at the bid and the ask, because if you're putting in your pre-order below the current bid and ask, it's not gonna take it. It has to be higher, right? Jeff. Ayo, Larry. So yeah, let's see when that thing on halts, guys. TNMG is still fighting, 37 cents. So again, if you bought TNMG closer to the bottom there, then that's completely okay. Now you just need the breakout and the boom skis. Yeah, and then let's see what happens with the on halt. Again, if you're in a position for this one, guys, this thing can go a lot higher probably, right? But you just have to try not to be greedy with this name, right? If we open at 14 something and you're happy with that, you can take it if you want to, right? But at the very least, though, at the very least, if we open at 14 something and your stop loss is at $12, $11, you're gonna be in danger, because if we drop, you're not gonna get that. Um, so if I was in the position on this, my stop loss would probably be going right below 1364, right? And then you can decide if you want to sell it. If we open in the 14s, you can decide if you want to sell it or keep it, or hopefully it halts up again in the 14s and it opens in the 16s and blah blah blah, right? But yeah, you want to be aggressive with that stop loss just in case. Damn, BTC got slapped from that 20k level, Josh. Rejection, rejection, rejection. No more trades for the day, Eddie. Okay, at least $10 in the green though. At least. Okay, there we go. Yeah, no, not surprised, Josh. Not surprised. Either way, I think everybody is pretty happy with the way we recovered from 109 a week ago to 119. I think everybody's happy with that. Mm. Come on, give us the boom skis. Went on halt. You know what's crazy is we have to play with, we have to look at a stock that's halting every 2 seconds to get 200%. You know what I mean? Like, maybe after this one, though, some other names will start to pick up as well. At least we can see 200%. At least we can see it. Craziness. Yeah. 23 bits. Yeah, it's not gonna open at $23 though. That would be nice. 3 years is just not enough for some people. Yep, yep. Right, people will always want more. Raven, of course. On the chart, 140 hard to break. Take a look. Hmm. Yeah. YCBD, the bottom feed play. I just want to see what the daily looks like. I can already see that 140 level ish. Just not sure where it's coming from. That's where it's coming from. Yeah, it's like 145. That's the problem. So 145 and then 180. So it's 145 Raven from that daily. So yeah, there are quite a few supply zones, but for now it's 145. So this level right here, so like right there, which we hit 142 and then backed off. So 145, and if that level breaks, yeah, there are quite a few supply zones here. I think it's because of the 1 minute time frame and the wicks that you're seeing, right? Because this supply zone started on Monday, right? Monday 160, but then you can see that 180 at the top. That's a thicker level, right? So yeah, for now, yeah, 145, maybe 160, and then 180. Those are the three levels, the three important levels. Mod meeting. There goes BTT. There goes BTTC, guys. $16. Sheesh! Look at that. Congratulations if you're in this. Koma, good job on this, by the way. So this is what I mean, right? Like it's halted up again. There's no need to take risk on this. If you put that stop loss at 1364, 1363, guess what? It didn't even get close, right? There's no need to take that risk, right? You do the same thing now, though, right? You move the stop loss to 1596, 1594, 1590, something, right? So you're minimizing the risk, because if you leave your stop loss at $15, $14, and it halts before it gets there, guess what? You're gonna hear a whisper in your ear. Congratulations, you played yourself. And then it's gonna halt down. And then it's gonna open $2 below your stop loss, and then you're gonna hear the voice again. Take your pants off. Entat. And then you'll know that you're finished. uh before it gets active. Yeah, some brokers don't let you do that, Koma. So then you might just have to put some market sells or something like that, right? But Howard, what happened? What if you have pajamas instead of pants? Well, everything off. I'm at. Mindful, good. Make sure you make monies. Like if you're like this entire time, if you had that stop loss at $11, the stock was halted at $11. If you put the stop loss at 10.99, guess what? It never hit. It opened at 13.60, 64, right? If you put that stop loss at 13.63, guess what? It never hit. We're right there, but it still never hit. We open at 15.96, right? So if it keeps doing that, that's fine. But if it changes, you don't want to be in there. Yeah, DFLI is done really well. DFLI, 50%. Uh, yeah, no, it's gonna be really hard to get in. BTTC, 88 cents. Wow. As soon as you get in, that's when the party will say, okay, okay, okay. You know what? 246%. That's it. uh, Pizza, and then didn't chase learning. Don't want to. Good, Howard. Good, because you see these muscles. I know you were doing those, the chest press at the gym, but you see these muscles, Howard? You don't want me finding you. You got in a 1422, Felix. Yeah, just be ready, right? Just be ready to get rid of it, please. When it's halting up like this, it's going to be so easy to halt down. So you don't want to be in a position where you're like, dang, you know what I mean? So, KB, as long as it keeps halting up, no red flags. Okay, as long as we keep halting up, not a problem. Yeah. 1 second, let me get some more water, guys. Pizza, you're useless. I'll be back. Ooh. Okay. A microscope. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. That's a nice little comeback for ASBP. No, 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 no. Already right there. Good. Uh, yeah. The annoying thing about ASBP is the stupid supply zones at the top. You know, The silly supply zones at the top. Where's Jeff? uh, yeah, it's gonna go into ASBP. ASBP looks good, doesn't it? Right. TNMG also looks good. Like these two penny stocks that we like, they still look promising. Right. So I mean, maybe there was a reason why we liked them. 56. Thank you. So maybe there was a reason. They need to cook though. We need one of them to go boom skis. Boom skis, guys. We need boom skis. TNMG, ASBP. One of them needs to cook. Because BTTC is nice. You almost had to FOMO into this thing though. Had to FOMO. Had to FOMO. 1596. Hey, at least again, we're seeing 246%, you know? And your next little resistance is 37.50 for TNMG, so we need to break above that. And then obviously still 44-ish cents for ASBP. And then waiting for the on halt here for BTTC. I'm thinking maybe a free hit. Come on, TNMG, breakout. Give us the boom skis. Josh is waiting for TNMG to cook. Waiting. There goes 42 cents, guys, for ASBP. Next Monday, Bilal? I hope so. I hope so. I'm kind of tired of this, slow price action. 42.50. Come on. Some crypto entries? Okay. Did you manage to get all your monies, your monies from the bank in, Josh? Did you get it all in? If you did, amazing. Because we were just at 109 to 119, so that is fire. There goes TNMG 37.36. 37.36. Uh, read my message to Peter's message. Your response to Peter's message. Don't be played me. Oh, played you. What movie is this? Oh yeah, my goodness. Pizza's gonna fight you. Come on. Wait, did TSHA do another offering? Or what the hell is that? Uh CJ. Did CJ do another one? I think maybe just confirmation. Either way, I don't really care to look at that filing. But yeah, I guess 15 cents been holding the offering range. Yeah, uh, it's crazy. Intraday, na. That's what are they going for? 15 minute? Yeah, the 15-minute hold now is what they're going for. Helix, yeah, just be ready to exit. The more dangerous it gets, right? People tend to get annoyed and move on and blah blah blah. So again, be careful. Would have been nice if they just unhalted it with 5 or 10 minutes. I think yeah, they better unhalt it here like soon, because I think 15 minutes is like max patience. Yeah, max patience. Yeah, come on. There we go. $18, guys. Boom. Boom. Oh, days. Oh, damn. Oh, my days. Damn. $20.60, guys, and halted. Wow. $20.60 halt up. Woof. Right? Oh, my days. Do you guys see why, though, we say, like, do you guys see why we say move the stop loss up? Right? Be aggressive with it. Because there's nothing to worry about if it's a good stock. Right? If it's a good stock, there's nothing to worry about. You should be able to be aggressive with the stop loss. Right? The danger is letting it hold down, because now you're about to get destroyed. Right? So did anybody take the gains? Did anybody take the gains yet, or everybody's still just moving the stop losses up? Like, moving the stop loss up, nothing wrong with that at all. Right? Nothing wrong with that at all. But my goodness, is that thing a beast? Damn. Stop losses at $20 now. Good job, guys. Out at 1870. Good job, Felix. Good scalp. Finally got the stop loss in place. Yeah, because it traded for like 30 seconds, Koma. It traded for 30 seconds, so you could put a stop loss in. Yep. So again, take those gains and move the stop loss up, right? And I've already explained how to move the stop loss up. So should be pretty easy to do. Right? TNMG is still looking good, guys. Right? Those two, the other penny stock, right? With 4K shares, 39 to 42. Snipes, good job. Yep. Yeah, you have to be aggressive. Like, you cannot slack. Right? So yeah. Tasha's popping too. Okay. So ASBP is still holding, failing at holding the bottom but failing at the red zone. And TNMG really needs to start breaking out with some volume here. And then BTTC is halted up again. Again, from 548 to 2060. My goodness. Good, KB. Good job. Right. So hopefully that makes sense, right? Because it's worked the whole time. So At $11, when the stock is halted at $11, your stop goes to 10.99. If it hits, it hits, whatever, right? But then the stock opens in the 13s and halts at 1360 something, 1364, right? You move your stop loss up to 1363, right? Well, if it's a good stock, it shouldn't hit the stop loss. Then we open it when then we halt up at 1590. Then you move your stop loss right below that. Then we go to 2060, right? So pretty easy to follow. The whole idea behind that is if the stock doesn't gap up anymore and it wants to go down, your stop loss is going to hit right away, right? But at some point though, you're going to have to say, you know what, I'm happy with these gains. Take the damn gains, right? So don't get too greedy, guys. Alrighty, from $5 to $21 almost. At some point, don't get At some point, just take the gains and walk away and say thank you, right? At some point, take the gains and walk away. But very nice, very nice BTTC. After the yeah, and then like those first and second halts, those are the ones you want to FOMO into. Once you start halting up like this for the millionth time, you want to be very careful. Uh, yep, exactly. Your chicken right before the halt, afraid of the drop. That's okay, Robert. If you sold this thing right before the halt, right, there's nothing wrong with that. You have two choices. You either get to a point where you're happy with the gains and you're like, damn, I bought this thing at 11, at 15, I'm at $20 in 2 seconds. Okay, let me take it, right? Or you simply just move the stop loss up and it's going to be easy, right? Yeah. That's the danger, Koma, right? That's the danger, right? It should hit. Like your stop loss should hit. If it's a stop market order, it should hit. Should. Should. Alrighty? Should. But at some point, I would still recommend, like, at the very least, like, take half on the way up, right? You've almost doubled your money. On that next on halt, if we open at 24, you're almost like double your money, right? So, like, take the gains, right? And then chase it up with the rest. Free monies at that point. Take 70%, take 80%. Move the stop loss up on the rest. You know, and then go from there. Craziness. ASBP is still fighting at 41 cents. TNMG is still fighting at 37 cents. Right, so those two stocks are just super annoying, but still looking okay. Yeah, Robert, no, you should be very happy. That was good. Very good. So again, type yes in the chat if you're still in your BTTC position. There we go. Yes. And you've just been cooking, and welcome back. Look at that. You just needed a little vacation, and then back to cooking. I like it. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. Good. We have a new member, Jetson. Sounds like a superhero name. You had to cook the markets. Jetson, welcome to the community. Alrighty. This is your invite at the bottom of the chat. So click that invite and follow the steps in the getting started channel. Yeah, it's one of those things though, right? Like this was definitely you had to like have some, the Spanish word for Yeah, you know what I'm trying to say, right? You had to have some of those and some FOMO. The next class is going to be tomorrow. Tomorrow. Yeah. But the next class is going to be, yeah, so tomorrow but I think that's going to be a general Q&A, right? So we've done some specific classes like breakouts, consolidation, combined. So we've done 3 Legend Pro classes. Then we'll do a general like Q&A, a general Q&A, like any questions at all, right? And then after that, we'll do another pro class. And then I need to do a gold class at some point. So I need to figure that out as well. Need to figure that out as well. Casey, what's my take on this? My take is I don't think it's done yet. It's kind of annoying though that like there's so much resistance up here at 44 cents, right? So it's definitely not done because we're closer to resistance than we are to support, right? The support is all wherever that is, the resistance is right there. So, but at the same time, though, I wouldn't be buying a position right now because we're at resistance, right? So it depends on your entry, Casey. Let me know what your entry is. And then TNMG is kind of in the same boat, right? So it's annoying, but it's definitely not done, right? Yeah, green candle and TSHA, Michael. Yeah, let me pull up. YCBD looks good there, Raven. So slowly creeping up towards that 145 again. YCBD, and then TSHA. TSHA is yeah. This stock has been okay today, hasn't it? Right? Yeah. I think the only thing that kind of put me off this one was that big float. But other than that, this chart was nice. Again, it hasn't done anything crazy because of the big float, but still. And then BTTC still halted up. So yeah, Jetson, click that link at the bottom of the chat from Nightbot, not from Nightbot, and follow the steps in the Getting Started channel. If anything does happen with our stop losses, might be good to take note of slippage. There goes $23, guys. Get ready to exit. Alrighty. So again, move that stop loss up. Right there goes $25. Right there it goes. Sheesh. 25, guys. That's 450%. Damn. 450% for BTTC. Can't wait to learn. Let's go. Jetson, again, click this link at the bottom of the chat. Jetson, that yellow link from the Hot Trades account. Click that link and follow the steps in the Getting Started channel. Please watch the intro video, please. Alrighty. Alrighty, so again, yeah, click that link and follow the steps in the Getting Started channel. Watch the onboarding video though, please. It's gonna walk you through all the channels and whatnot. And then we'll go from there. Ooh wee, what a monster. Type yes in the chat if you're still in your BTTC position. And again, move those stop losses up, right? I don't think anybody that's in this is gonna hold the bag because either you're scaling out or you're being aggressive with that stop loss. Yeah. Should I buy now? uh, thinking it's BTC. $25, I'm buying. Yeah, Ryan. I mean, yeah, 20, 25, 25. I like it, KB. I like it. Yeah, just be aggressive with the stop loss. Be aggressive, right? Maybe we're gonna get that. We wanted to see was 200% and then 500%. Maybe we're gonna get that 1,000%. Coma, more aggressive, please. More aggressive. More aggressive. More aggressive. TNMG. Finally, there it goes. More aggressive, more aggressive. More aggressive. Do I need to place a limit? Where? A limit to buy? Yee. We might look back at this and say, oh, yeah, you should put a limit to buy at 25 something. But this is very dangerous, right? This is dangerous waters now. That this thing has gone, I think, like, look at this, right? The last time this thing had a dip was before Jesus was born. I'm kidding. Anyways, right? Do you see any dips? No dips, right? Just straight boom skis. Straight boom skis, right? So, like, yeah, we might have a lot of room to the upside. We might have a lot of room to the upside, but if that thing decides to dip once, you're gonna feel the pain, right? So you're gonna start singing, "Thank you for sunshine, thank you for rain, thank you, I'm not holding Mullen." Yeah. Anyways, so craziness. TNMG is looking good though, guys. Right. So this is better. Almost back to 40 cents now. Right. So there was a reason why we like this one, right? There was a reason. There was a reason. There was a reason. Type yes in the chat if you're still holding TNMG. TNMG. Yeah, it's difficult, right? You just have to weigh the risk and the risk reward, and then go from there. Right? You just have to weigh the risk rewards. Like I said, there might be a lot more room for BTTC. There might be a lot more room to the upside, but I don't think that's really anything anybody can help you out with. Um, there we go. Yep, tomorrow is another day. Yep, exactly. Right, most of you are up more than most of you have doubled your monies on that play. So yeah, yes, 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 yes. In moving stop loss up, I like it. Yep. Daily chart. There is no daily chart. I mean, you can look at the name before the merger, TTNP or whatever, right? But other than that, there's no daily chart. There's just violence, aggressive candles. Be aggressive. Be aggressive. There we go. So yeah, let's see what happens with the on hold. At the very least, though, TNMG's bounced off the bottom, guys. So maybe nothing crazy, but at least this thing was sitting down here forever, right? That's support. So at the very least, right? At the very least, it's bounced. So you can say, you know what? I'm gonna take some gains. I'm gonna do whatever I need to do. But at least there's something there. Yeah. Good job, Speedy. Good jobs. Yep. Raven, BURU. Yeah. Uh, that's interesting. 20. Yeah, 450% for now. 450 for now. Uh, is there any point to buying GPUS in hopes they get the company profitable in the future? Virus? No, no. Um, that's Let me take a look. The GPUS, absolutely not virus. Now, if you said, is there a point to buying the stock if we break above resistance, or if we, then yeah, right. Technicals, yeah. Obviously, there's a lot of resistance at 55 cents. Like it seems to bottom closer to like the mid 30s, to mid to high 30s, not bad. Then the breakout above 55, not bad. But other than that, though, waiting for penny stock to be profitable is a recipe for the bridge. For the bridge. CJET has done a good job holding that 15 cents, hasn't it? Even though the scamming people, it's done an okay job there. Uh, la, 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 la. So just waiting for the on halt here, guys. There goes the on halt, guys. 27, 28, 29. Woo-wee! Oh my days. Oh my days. And it's halted up again. Oh my days. Oh my days. Damn. Right? So do you guys see how easy it is though to move the stop loss up? Right? Do you see how easy it is to manage that stop loss? Right? So it's really not a problem, right? So you just have to be aggressive with it. As long as we don't go below that previous halted price, right? Nothing wrong with that. Right? Oh, that's why. Um Type yes in the chat if you just took gains. Like if you took gains on this last pop, type yes in the chat. Right? There's nothing wrong with that. Or let us know if you're still in that position. Whew, my goodness. Damn. Straight flames. So 550% almost. 550%. Yeah. So halted up, obviously, right below 30. Is at $9. 29.81. Damn. Still in, moving the stop loss. Mindful. Damn, you're just gonna be counting monies by the end of this. Ant says I might be having a heart attack. I have my stop loss in, but I cannot figure out why I can't find on the stock Weibo. What do you mean? Yeah, I know, Lisa. This one was a bit yeah. 50 to 60. No, they always do that, but it doesn't open there. Virus 500%. Yes. The options, yeah, that's possible. I mean, the float is so low and the volume is coming in. It just says stop loss. If it says stop loss, you should be in the position. There's no way you can set a stop loss and on a position that you're not in, right? Yeah. Yup. Yup. See, that's what I mean, right? Like this thing could have a lot more room to the upside. We don't know that. right? You just have to be aggressive with those stop losses. And the entire time, you see it, Dan? Yeah. Maybe Anna's referring to like her holdings. Like she's in a position, but she can't seem to find it, maybe. I don't know. That's weird. Maybe log out and log back in, Anne. Maybe log out and log back in. Wild. Wild. Uh, it's it just doesn't say stop. So you are in a position though, right, Anne? You're in a position using text voice. I'm in the position. I have my stop loss locked and loaded at 28. Okay. Okay. It just doesn't say stop market. Make sure it does, Anne. Because that's if it doesn't, you might be looking for a stop limit. The stop limit is gonna screw you. If you have a stop limit, you better change it. Because that is gonna screw you. Because if you have a stop limit at 28, right, and the stock drops too quickly, that it doesn't get filled at 28, oof, that becomes very dangerous at that point, right? So if it's not letting you do stop market, I'd rather you take it out and sell it on the next on halt. At least you're gonna again, you more than doubled your monies. So yeah, just you're up $17,000 on this user. Wow, my goodness, 17K on BTTC. Maybe people really do think they're buying Bitcoin. They're like Bitcoin for $29. Get me in, please. Yeah, get me in, please. Yeah, and yeah, my concern is not that we're not gonna keep going higher, but if it doesn't let you set a stop market and it sets a stop limit, there's so many times where stop, especially for this one, like if it drops too quickly, because when you do a stop limit or not a stop market, you're asking for a specific price, and if that doesn't fill, it doesn't fill the order. So then you don't want to be in a position where you're going from 29 to $20 because the order never worked. That's gonna piss you off, right? So let's go. Yeah. Wait, this is not Bitcoin? Wait, this isn't Bitcoin? It's yep. Well, you use too many words. Dan? Always. A stop rather than a stop limit, yeah. Yep. Too dangerous. Yeah. I mean, this thing has no reason. Like it hasn't shown any signs of like wanting to go down. Koma, you still in your position? Koma's too quiet. What's Koma doing? Let's go. There he is. Cobra says, I'm currently up $7,700, guys. Moving stop loss up. Tried to get in earlier, but at least I got in. Let's go. $7,700. Right? That makes up for your whole week, your whole month. Right? And we're gonna open in the 30s. So again, at some point, guys, to avoid chaos and stress, right? You can scale out or take the gains, right? Or simply just keep being aggressive with that stop loss. Hit my daily target. Be back later. Let's go, courageous. Good job. Damn. 546%. La, 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 la. Oh, yeah. Yeah, some brokers don't let you get into stuff like this that just merges, which is quite silly, but To take profit, 27.35 user. Okay, sounds good. Ken, you're up a lot, so congratulations. I would move that stop loss like a lot higher, user, a lot higher. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I would move that stop loss a lot higher. If that thing starts to dump, you want to be out of it. You want to be out. So be aggressive. Be. I gotta sell first, y'all. uh User says, "Let me sell first, guys. Let me sell. Let me make the money first." 36. Yeah, no, I think that 32 is the level for now. Let me make some gains first, guys. Good job. Good job. IVDA. Yeah, that one's done well today. Sheesh. Have we had any red candles, guys? No. Zero. Zero. Yeah, that float is so low though. So low that it really doesn't matter. They just keep pumping it. Just pumping it. So again, congrats if you were able to get into this one. And yeah, just don't stay too long. No red candles. Peter buys. No green candles. ah. Ah. Oh, there goes 32, guys. 33, 33, 34. Again, be careful now, though. Be careful now. Be careful now. Be careful now. Right? Be aggressive. Now it's halted down. So from 33, $35, guys. And give me a high five. Well done. Yeah. This is the danger, right? Now it's halted down. Now it's halted down. Yup. Now it's halted down. And so it begins. Well done. Right? Yeah. Again, this is what I mean, right? Guess what? If you put that stop loss like we talked about, the stock was halted at 29.84. 29.84. If you put that stop loss right below 29.84, even then you're out and you're fine. Right? Then you're fine. Right? So that's why we want to be aggressive with the stop loss, because when it hits and it holds down, you don't want to be in there because it's not going to open at 29. It might open lower, right? So, and then we'll see what it does. Yeah. Mindful made $2,500. $2,500, Mindful. $2,500, guys. And cooked. Koma, are you out or are you still in there? Yeah, 40 cents away. Again, user, that's why I said move that stop loss up, right? Be aggressive with it. Because if you put that stop loss at 28, 27, it's not going to hit and it's going to halt and it's going to open lower than that, right? There you go, KB, right? That's how we manage the stop losses, guys. Not always though. You have to judge depending on the stock, right? On a stock like this, it's easy to do that. Easy, easy, easy. Why? Because it's just gapping up, right? On some stocks still halt and go back down below the halt price before they go. So you just have to judge. Who bought at the top? Not me. Well done, Koma. Good job, guys. Virus. Buying 100 shares at 18. Not bad at all, LT. Not bad at all. How can I do stop loss on Robinhood, AB? Just YouTube it really quickly. If you're not sure how to use a stop loss, you shouldn't be trading. You should be YouTubing it and figuring it out first. How high can this go? $34.75. Can you imagine if who bought it? Someone bought. Someone definitely bought in the 30s, and they're now holding a bag, right? But that's how retail works, you know. Someone's holding a nice fat bag. Again, maybe this is just a dip though, and then we go back up. Who knows? We can't really judge it too soon, right? I'm just if you made monies, I'm happy. But you notice how Peter said he was, Peter, it was halted. Peter said time to buy, and then now we're crashing. Hmm, coincidence? I think not. Peter's joking, by the way, but still. Yep. Peter said, I want to buy. The stock says, yeah. Okay, that's it. We're done. North, good. Good, good, good. If you're going to FOMO, you might as well do it right away, right? I mean, it's what's crazy too is this thing is halted down and it's still up 500%. Maybe now this will kickstart the stock market, because we need the boom skis. And so the people and sell was higher. Yeah. The janitor quits. uh, Jetson, I'll take a look. Time to enter? No. Are you connected in Discord, Jetson? Welcome to the community, by the way. Your entry would have been closer to the bottom of the demand zone, right, Jetson? Your entry would have been closer to this bottom here, right? So now you're testing a level that we failed at already. That's a problem. Last time we were at this level, guess what happened? Dip. Now we're getting to that level again and you're wanting to buy, right? So that's dangerous. Alrighty. So if this is something you're interested in, wait for it to break above 480 and actually stay above 480. If not, let it dip again. Cool. So be mindful of the double tops there. Be mindful of the double tops. My toes are laughing. We'll come back to $30. We might just dip one time and then come back up. We've seen some of these stocks dip and then come back up, right? So um, to me though, I just think it's safer, to be aggressive with the stop loss and make $2,500, make $8,000 like some of you guys just did, right? Than it is to sit there and say, I'm up $8,000. Am I gonna sit here and hope we dip a little bit and then go back up? Hell no, right? You know how many people make $8,000 a day at their job working 8 hours? The top 1%. That's who, right? 1% in the entire world is who makes $8,000 a day. So when you're up $8,000 $2,500 a day, and you're like, I could make more, right? Sure, OnlyFans, top 1%. Yeah, many don't make $8,000 a month exactly. Let's go, mindful. Good job. That was well executed for a lot of you guys. That was well executed. Well executed. So hopefully you guys learned a bit of a lesson though in terms of like moving stop losses up, right? So it's a life example. Because people are always gonna ask, how do I move my stop loss? How do I move my stop loss? Well, if the stock is aggressive, be aggressive with the stop loss. Yeah, my only fans is me just getting entered by stocks. Yeah. Getting entered by stocks in Peter's basement, Donald. Yeah, TNMG is still looking okay, but super slow. ASBP, meh, right? Too much resistance. TSHA is failing at 480 still, and then we're waiting for this one to be unhalted. Jetson, yes, of course. If you have a question, let me know where your position is or what you're thinking, then I'll take a look. Alrighty, so I'm not running around looking at tickers. So if you are in a position, let me know your entry price or you're looking for an entry, blah, blah, blah. Give me the details. 22. Yeah, see, that's the danger, right, guys? This is why we keep yelling, be aggressive with the stop loss. Because if you let it hold one time, oof, if you let it hold one time, right? And now look, right? 22 to 23, yeah, you're in trouble, right? Halted at 29 and opened at $22. Congratulations. You played yourself, right? So be aggressive. Be aggressive. Don't let the gains go. People like to FOMO. Like, you have to understand, like, retail will FOMO at any price. If this thing keeps halting up, retail will FOMO at any price, $100, $2,000. But as soon as it halts one time, everybody wants to leave. So if you're not aggressive with that stop loss, and you're like, but I'm in at $10, I'm in at $20, I'm gonna set my stop loss at 25. Congratulations. It's gonna open below that stop loss. Right? If you had a stop loss at 28, 27, guess what? It's going to open below, and then it's going to fill, and then you're going to be pissed because you just left over $10 on the table, right? Yeah. So hopefully we test $20 maybe, and or 22, and then bounce back up. That would be nice, right? But still, the criminals are out, and hopefully we go again. Uh Michael says, "No worries, guys. You'll come back. Don't worry, guys. You'll come back." No, I mean, probably. Yep. You want to know who? If you bought at $30, guys, or $32 or $34, you want to know what that person's doing right now? You want to know what they're doing? They're praying. Please, God, I don't want 200%. I don't want 100%. I just want my money back. I just want my money back, please. I promise I will go to church on Sunday. Please. If you give my money back, I'll donate half of it to charity. Please. God says, congratulations. You played yourself to the bridge. Ah. My turn, my turn. Ah. Yep. Yep. That video is amazing. Amazing. You've been there, done that. I think we've all been there and done that. We've all been there. That's why it's so funny and relatable. Yep. Yeah. We've all been in positions where, like, you're praying that it comes back to even, right? And then it gets back to even, and you're like, okay, God, I promise you that if it went to even, I would go to church on Sunday. I would donate half of my money to offerings. But now I promise, if it goes up 100%, right? Woo! I will feed the entire homeless community. You know? You ever made promises like that? I think we all have. Ah, yep. Jetson, you see why we don't buy at the double top at the resistance, right? Hopefully that makes a lot of sense, or a little bit of sense. So when a stock fails at the level one time, like on the left hand side, you expect it to fail again at that level, right? There are cases that we do breakout, yeah, right? Breakouts happen. But you still, though, you don't want to be jumping in it at resistance. You let the breakout happen before you maybe think about it, or you wait for it to sell off, right? So don't buy the double tops. You just, again, we can break out, but your risk goes way up, right? So if you're gonna play breakout, let it break out before you get in, or you wait for the dip. Ready? Yeah. By the way, Luna invites a Jets into the community. So wait, Luna, do you have the same last name? Where's Luna? Is Luna in the chat? I think so. Yeah, you guys have the same last name. Are you guys I feel like Chan, Chan is like one of the most common names. Like one of the most common names. Yeah. Yeah. Crazy, crazy. One of my closest friends in high school was Emily Chan. Yeah, Emily Chan. Same last name. Everybody. uh, Now BTC is recovering nicely there. SPY, on the other hand, SPY is on the struggle bus, recovering nicely on NQ. Nice. Did you buy some? Did you short it? NQ short? You didn't have any friends in high school. Yes. 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 Does she look gorgeous? Who? Who looks gorgeous? There goes TSHA is trying to recover again, so it's still same resistance. Emily? Oh, Emily looked good. Yeah. Emily was a swim instructor, um, and she tried to teach me how to swim, but that didn't work. You know, that didn't work. You have no idea how many people have tried to teach me how to swim. Doesn't work. That does not work. Yeah, your name is good, Emily. Calling it a friend. Uh, my money's back on Spy. I promise to get out. Mm-hmm. I am aquaphobic, Peter. The water does not like me. The water wants to cook me. Anyways, you just jump in the water and figure it out. Uh huh. Sure, Bilal. Tell that to the people that are drowning at the bottom. You know. I mean, maybe part of it courageous though is lack of interest. You know, into the pool at the deep end. I had no choice. Yeah. No, I think I almost drowned in the like back in the village. I almost drowned in the water. We you know how you do like in the village you wash your clothes in by the lake, right? So yeah, Tasha is pushing them. So finally trying to break above 480. So that looks good. So see that candle actually closes above, and then go from there. We're still waiting for that on halt on this. Derek says I'm done for the day. Way better than a loss for sure, Derek, for sure. Jen, okay. I have a baby sister. Yes, 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 yes. No, so like we I don't remember how old I was. Maybe like 10 or younger maybe. But anyways, like we went to the river to do like you do your laundry, right? You don't have washing machines in the village, you know? You have to go to the with the bar soap and your clothes, right? So my mom was washing clothes by the, like on the rock or whatever. And then and somehow like I decided to jump in, and yeah. I can still remember drinking the water, like I was, like I was eating ice cream and cookies. Yep. All I could see was sunlight on top of the water. Sunlight and nothing else. Sunlight and drinking water and sinking to the bottom. Yeah, that's it. They wanted to finish me, but yeah, yeah, no. So someone jumped in and pulled me out, but yeah. Yep, yep, yep. Do you think I should buy? What are you buying, Sticky? The only thing you should be buying with no questions is a membership. So click the link at the bottom of the chat there. Come join us in Discord. No, yeah, me too, mindful. Me too. It's important. It's an important life skill. No, Jay, I agree. I agree. I definitely agree. I agree. There was a rain puddle on the road. uh, yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Howard, yeah. The only thing you should be buying is a membership. Come join us, Sticky. It's like, should I buy now? What are you buying now? What are you buying? Ah, yeah. So let's see what happens with the on halt on this one. I'm really hoping though that like now that this thing has gone up like 600%, other names will start to follow because I think we're all kind of tired of this slow, stupid market. Right? Like the best names today, other than BTTC, were names like TNMG, right? Up 22%. Are you kidding me? ASBP. This one's up 80%, but part of that came in the morning, right? So at least there was something there, right? TSHA was, but it's up 50%. Like that's crazy. We need to do better. Yeah, it doesn't seem to like want to break and actually close above it. Like it's playing some silly games there, right? The actual last high from earlier today was 483. So maybe a one star level. Bitcoin looks nice. We're $200 away, guys. We're $200 away from 120,000. $200 away. BTC looks nice. When all time highs, we need those all time highs. BKKT. Yep. Yeah, this has been a long halt. Long halt. Like honestly, can you imagine the stress right now if you bought at $30 or in the 20s and you didn't have a stop loss? Can you imagine? Stress. And you're waiting 20 minutes and praying, right? So when we say be aggressive, it's not that we don't want you to make money. And sometimes like the stock can go up to $100, but honestly, like this stuff is not worth the stress sometimes. Um, you know, BKKT. Yeah, this one's been nice, 36%. Very very nice. 36. That's a long time to pray. It really is, Mario. It really is. So sometimes your greediness, will send you to the bridge. Greed will send you to the bridge. So maybe now they're gonna push it for what 30 minutes. I would almost say like the max is 30 minutes. So in 3 minutes we should be able to see. Oh, there we go. Oh, there we go. Unhalted, guys. Look at that. Look at that. $20, guys. Look at that. Look at that. From $35 almost to $20, right? So maybe it's gonna hold $20 though, right? I'm gonna put a line at $20 here. Maybe we're gonna stay above 20 and then start to curl back up. But again, this is why we say be aggressive, right? Be aggressive with those stop losses. Because once you hold one time, it's done. Not done for the day, but like it's gonna dump hard. So now watch that $20. The Nasdaq. You can look at the Nasdaq website, Lisa, to see when the last trade occurred, and then you want to do 5 minute increments. You know what's funny, guys? It's halted up now. It's halted up. Yeah. Yep. For exactly, Balal. Right. $20 might be a nice support level. It's halted up now. Halted down now? No, it's halted up. Where is the village location located? Uh, Cameroon. Yeah, BTTC is halted up. Yeah, so $20 held and back to 24.50 ish. Well, is this another 20-minute hold now, Matt? Hopefully not. Hopefully not. Yeah, very stressful. Mm, 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 mm. No, 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 no. Yeah, we first looked at BTTC. We initially looked at this thing on the first halt at $6-7, right? That was when that first halt happened. $67, and then the rest is history. So uh, still did a lot from that range. That thing was honestly concerning initially because the volume was 50,000 share or 4,000 shares. The first time we looked at it, it had 4,000 shares. Now it has 960,000 shares, right? So from 4,000 shares, crazy. Yeah. I don't think Matt went in at $34. Hopefully not. Otherwise, he better start singing. Thank you for sunshine. Thank you for rain. I know, Daryl. Yeah. Yeah. Bitcoin is moving along with SPY too. So Bitcoin just hit like $20 away from 20K, 120K, and SPY is trying to get back from red to green. So that's nice. Dang, so close, so close. My brother-in-law is from Cameroon, Mike. Oh wow, let's go. Love it, love it, Mike. I think I answered your question already, Lisa. Think so. Think so. Yeah. In Weibo, you can add a stop loss in the in after the entry. Yeah. While cooking fried chicken. Oh, let's go. Well done, Matt. Matt got in at 19, 18, got out at 29. That's a nice scalp. Mm, 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 mm. Yep. So we want to see that 120. 120. Uh oh, here we go. Let me pull up the website. So you can simply just search Nasdaq halts, right? So it's gonna show you right there, right? You notice how BTTC is right there, right? Sometimes it will give you a resumption time or like a right. So then you could just add 5 minute increments to those. Alrighty. So BTTC is right there, right? Black Titan Corp. And it shows you like the whole right the reason codes. LUDP means volatility. That means it's coming back in 5, 10, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, right? It's coming back. LUDP, right? Once you start to see T12 or some other codes, you have a problem. T12 is the worst one. When you see T12, you're screwed. Screwed, right? Screwed. And also, if you look on the left hand side, it's gonna give you like a little like the codes. It tells you what the codes mean, right? Like a T1 means news is coming, right? News pending, right? T2 means news has been released, right? So blah blah blah, and then T12. Once you start get to T12, H4s and whatnot, you have a problem. I'm looking for that M, corporate action. Okay, yeah. Anyways, you can look at those. But so the website is if you guys are not sure what website this is, I can just post the link in the chat too, or I'll post in the chat. It's on Halted, yeah. So we're at $20, 23 still. Damn, BTC is right there. SPY is 10 cents away from green, so that's nice. Come on, BTC. Again, BTTC, the stock itself, if it can stay above $20, I honestly don't mind that if it can stay above. Okay, it's been a long time since we saw Bitcoin at above 120. So come on, do it. We're $5 away. Five. You can see how we're stuck at 120 because it's resistance, right? It's not just a random level. So it's no coincidence that for something like Bitcoin, it can break above a $5 range. Resistance. Anyway, so yeah, as long as BTTC can stay above 120, is it halted up again? It is halted. This is suspicious now. It's because we dropped down and then we pop back up. It's a bit silly, isn't it? But yeah, it's halted up again. So we dropped down to 2150 and then we went back up to 2468 and then they halted it. Halted up. But it wasn't aggressive. No, it wasn't aggressive. They just felt like halting it, right? Because they love it. They love it. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Mm, mm. I like it. I like it. I like it. I like how you guys all rotated to puts today. I like it. Cooking. The options are the cooking virus. Cooking. Do, 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 do. Okay. Cooking. Yeah, so 120,000 obviously resistance there. TSHA has just been having a hard time at that same spot there. Do I think it's done? I mean, I don't like what it's doing. That resistance at 44 was too strong, right? Too strong. So I definitely don't like how we're just slowly trending down here. Um, I do think though, like, the only time that we can comfortably say that we're done is when we break below 34.50. If we break below that max, definitely done, right? Definitely done. Same thing with TNMG. Like, if we break below that demand zone there, might be done. Maybe until like after hours or something. And BTC is like, come on, guys, I want it. I want the 120. Yeah, BTC, you can do it. We believe in you. Order some spicy orange chicken. DoorDash, Dan? That sounds amazing. Or skip the dishes. Whatever, whatever. What is it? Yeah. Uber Eats. That sounds amazing. Sounds amazing. Do it, Dan. Do it. Do it, do it, do it. See, now all I'm thinking about is food. You just made me go into into space, thinking about like what I want to eat. Look at that. Bitcoin broke above 120. BTC is back. Let's go. Not that it ever left. Cooking. It's nice to see BTC back above 120. Did anybody buy the BTC dips? I know Yogi's smiling. Josh smiling. Anybody buy the BTC dips in the closer to 100K? How do you get the news page on the Nasdaq? The news page, it's not a news page, it's just a halted page, right? The link is in the bottom of the chat. I just reposted it. AMD, let's take a look. AMD virus, you said, woof, beautiful. Virus, I'm kind of glad you rode the wave now, huh? Right, I'm glad you rode the wave there. Lows back to the highs. Sheesh. Like I was enjoying my time, right? Having a good evening, and then I get a DM from Dan, right? You want to know what it is? Dan sent me pictures of before, not just his food, right? He sent me pictures of before he made the ribs and after he smoked, barbecued some beautiful looking ribs. And I'm like, okay, what am I supposed to do with this? Like, what am I supposed to do with this? Unbelievable. Ah. No, just barbecue ribs. They looked amazing. Like, that golden brown. Mm-mm-mm. I could taste when there's like, a hint of like barbecue sauce and like that little, crispiness, like chicken skin. Mm, I could taste it even without being there. Yeah. 113. 113, Howard. Nice. Good job. 100K. Who got that kind of money? I mean, very few people own $100,000 worth of Bitcoin, right? Very few people own that much. Most people own like you don't have to own you don't have to buy a whole share of Bitcoin. You can buy fractionals, right? Some people DCA every month, right? Thank you, Dan. $100 every month, $500 every month, 1,000, whatever, So yeah, BTTC is on halted. Obviously, we look a bit slower now, right? Because the excitement was when we were breaking out. Again, this should tell you how retail works, right? This should really tell you how retail mind works, right? This is why we keep saying like retail is gonna buy anything as long as it's going up, right? Look now, like what's going on? Nothing, right? Everybody's like, we're just gonna wait. Oh my god, like I'm just gonna sit here and wait until the breakout, right? That's how retail sounds. That's my retail voice. So that's why we say like the breakouts are so important, because when we're going sideways like this, everybody's going to be concerned. So anyways, ASBP, yup. So ASBP isn't we're trying for 40 cents again. 3600, Howard. Beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, if you bought any dips at all, you're very happy. Mm. Let's go. um Mandetta, what's your position in sound? Let me know. I'll take a look. Yeah, let me take a look at BQ. BQ has been. I know you've been spamming this one all day, right? So BQ. Speaking of BQ, guys, we just had to talk about Dan's barbecue, and then this stock was like, wait. Barbecue? I'm in. I'm in. Isn't that funny? We're talking about barbecue and food, and then BQ is like, oh, this fits the theme for the moment. Fits the theme. 120. Na, 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 na. There we go. Double top. Yeah, supply zone at the very least. Supply zone. Mario, are you in this one? You're in this one, right? I know you've been spamming this all day today, so most likely in it. Yep, it did. $18. Use. I think it has a good future. Obviously silver has had a good run this year too, but one of those undervalued ones. Where's Pyro when you need Pyro? Pyro has been loading up on silver, loading up, loading up on the silver. So yeah, but yeah, ASBP. Yeah, we need to get back above 40 cents and stay above UCS. But yeah, user, come join us in Discord though. Come join us. And yeah, Pyro will you can chat silver with Pyro. Yeah, gold has been amazing. If you look at that daily chart for gold, sheesh, it looks like AMD. Virus, look at the daily chart for gold. This isn't it. This is it though. Look at this, guys. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Damn. Look at that. Shish. Yeah, gold has had a cracking year. Like 44% year to date is craziness. 44%. 44%. Sheesh. You know what's interesting though is how like the markets play out. So if you look at gold, right? Gold is up 44%, right? That's a sign of World War Five. Gold is up 44%, right? It makes you feel like, oh, is gold a better investment than everything else? Not necessarily, right? Gold was just catching up because it was slacking for a long time. Because if you look at the 5 year performance for gold, right? Look at the bottom there. Gold is up 97% in the last 5 years, right? 97% in 5 years, right? If you look at SPY in the last 5 years. SPY is also up. SPY is up more than gold has been, which so they all kind of balance each other out, right? Everything has its own like cycle, down, up. They all kind of balance out at the end of the day. Good job, Mario. 11, yeah, well done. And then let me take a look at silver. SLV. Silver is up 56% this year. Crazy, huh? Now look at Mullen. I will actually, right? So again, so silver has done really well. Silver was at 20 in the 20s for the longest time. How it did that, I don't know, but it was there for the longest time. Let's go, Lewis, right? And then finally pumped 56% in the last year, right? But then again, at the end of the day, if you look at the last 5 years for silver, it's up 88%, right? 87, 75, right? So again, they all kind of balance out at the end of the day. So it's nice to have a balance, right? They go through those cycles. Now, if you look at Beanie, right? Mullen over the last 5 years. Look at that chart. Look at this, guys. Not even like, how sometimes you can say, oh, no. Minus 100%. If you invested $1 billion in Mullen, you'd have $0. Well, you'd have like $8 left. Like $8. Damn. If you invested 1 month ago, 1 month. In fact, if you invested a week ago, you'd be down 60%. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy, guys? I think it's crazy. Look at that. If you invested $138 trillion, if you invested $138 trillion, $138 trillion into Mullen, you'd have $2 left. Can you imagine telling your wife, telling your husband that, hi honey, you know how we were rich? In fact, the whole country, you took your country's investment monies and you invested in Mullen, your whole country would be under the bridge. You now clean the bathrooms there. Seriously. Ah, look at that chart, guys. Look at that chart. Every day you wake up, it's like, oh my goodness, it's pain. So hopefully this serves as a reminder that if you don't use stop losses, if you believe in a company too much, a company that hasn't proven itself, you're gonna end up naked under a bridge somewhere. Alrighty? Yeah, exactly. If you yeah, crazy, right? That's only that's 52-week range. That's a 52-week range. Will Mullen come back? Yeah, Mullen is gonna the same day Mullen comes back. That's the same day you're gonna see, the heavens open up, and that won't be you won't need the money anymore. So at that point, you're wasting your time. BTC looks nice. Squeeze the shorts. I mean, maybe just buy one share of Mullen. You never know. Maybe they go back to 1 million at least. I'm kidding, by the way. It's never gonna happen. Yeah, if you invested in Mullen right now, this is you. Yep. BQ. BQ. Let's go back. Yeah, BQ looks good actually. If we can close above 1650, then you're looking for 18 and then the 20, Mohammed. But yeah, BQ looks really good though. Yeah, BQ looks really nice. Yeah, BQ looks really really nice. BQ's halted up. Yeah, halted up. Beautiful. Halted up. Yes. Uh, you are 500%. Okay, okay, one. You bought this thing way below $10. Good job. Yep. Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Yeah. Hopefully no one's holding Mullen, guys. As funny as it is, it's not really funny. BTTC is still holding $20, so as long as it keeps holding $20, there's still a chance of a curl. Right, so we'll keep an eye on it, and then go from there. We have about another 15 minutes left, guys. And then we'll hop off and go back to Discord already, so I can do some one-on-ones. So yeah, another 15 minutes left. Pizza, let's go. Have a wonderful rest of the day as well, Pizza. Chat later, and I'll wait for my free hits. I bought LUMN when it broke above 476. Now, hesitate where to take profits. Okay, let's take a look then. LUMN, you bought at 476. Good job. Good job, good job, good job. So you can already see though that like the last 2 weeks, you can't seem to get above 650 and stay above 650, right? But it looks nice. Even though it's at resistance, it still looks nice. Good job on that entry though. Well done. Yeah, I see the breakout. Yeah, good job. See, that's why we talk about the breakouts, right? So you basically bought the breakout above this resistance here, right? And then boom skis. So yeah, good job on that. Your next resistance again is 454, 650, 660. So if you have a big position, you could always take out some gains, right? You could always sell some. But at the very least, you should have a stop loss, right? Don't let it go back to anywhere close to your entry price. Otherwise, I'm going to ban you from Discord. I'm kidding, by the way. Not kidding. So either start thinking about taking some gains or just put a stop loss. If I was in this position, probably put a stop loss right below $6. So 5.99, or sell half the position at resistance. Alrighty. Let's go, Thor. Welcome back. You did? Okay, you sold 50% at $6. Good job. Yeah. Set a stop loss on the rest. Yeah. See, make sure you make monies, please. ASBP is still just chilling there. We're below $20 now, guys. You guys, hopefully you guys have learned something today about the halts, right? The first halt down that happened, the first time we halted down, the stock was basically dead. Dead. Now it's halted down again, right? So people are gonna get excited as long as the stock is going up. As soon as it holds down, you're done, finished, right? So now you kind of have to see if it consolidates somewhere else. But that no looks so good, does it? But I think again we managed this one pretty nicely, right? Aggressive, take those gains. Don't sit there and pray, please and thank you. And then BQ still halted up here, halted up. La, 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 la. Thomas, joining doing your lunch at work. Welcome, Thomas. Hello, hello. We're just waiting for BQ to be unhalted, and then go from there. BTC is still holding nicely above 120, which is good. SPY needs to reclaim the 200 EMA, and then BTC was the run of the day though, right? From $5 straight up to 30, 30, 30, almost $35. So this was quite nice, 600%, very nice, and now halted down. So weakness, BQ's unhalted, guys. There goes 18. So nope, it's unhalted, Mohammed. So now 18, and then it most likely is gonna halt up again. 1856 and halted up, and then $20. See, the markets are picking up a little bit, right, guys? I like it. We're picking up a little bit now. That's what happens when you get an exciting name. People start getting excited again. So yeah, BQ's halted up at 1856. You got out at 1856, Mohammed. Good job. Congrats. Barbecue. All it took was Dan to mention, all it took was Dan to talk about barbecue. That's all it took. The barbecue. 1650? Okay. Good job. My barbecue is good. There we go. Hello, hello. The War 360. Ayo, how are you? Let's go, let's go. The morning was a bit slow, but a little bit slower in the morning because we were basically begging ASBP and TNMG. But the markets have definitely picked up now. It better. Yeah. Edmonton. 130%, Lee. Yep. Yeah, that was a good run. Again, if nothing else, I hope that this 600% run today can lift up some of the other names. Lee says, thanks for the tip on putting stop loss right underneath the hold. You're welcome, Lee. You're welcome. Right. So we're here to help each other out. Right. We yeah. So absolutely. So again, now next time you're in a stock that's halting up, move the stop loss right below the halt price, because when it halts down, it's not a good thing. Then at that point, it's very dangerous, right? There is an exception to that rule, though. There's an exception, right? You have to know what type of stock you're looking at, because sometimes you play with halt stocks that go back and forth too often, right? Like sometimes the stock is halted out. It's usually the penny stocks. Usually, the penny stocks do that all the time, where you halt at $1, and then you open at the same price and then you pop, right? Or you go back to 95 cents and then you pop, right? So your stop loss would hit. So you just have to know what you're playing with. When it comes to big stocks like this that are halting up that aggressively, you're fine. Just be aggressive. Some brokers will let you change it north. Some of them will let you change it. Some of them not so much. Yeah. When I get my yeah, there you go. 1588 and the bid is 20, which spread. So that's most likely your broker screwing it up. Webull is usually horrible for giving you that stuff. So the just it's not accurate probably. Yeah, you can't really take anything from that, Lisa. Some brokers are pretty amazing at giving you like the good brokers will give you one price. Some of them will give you the bid and the ask. They're usually wrong, um, and it should be the opposite. But anyways, and honestly, Lisa, like you should like this one. You should have FOMOed on the breakout, right? Like you should have FOMOed on the breakout rather than because now we're potentially going to open right below $20. So now you're taking a risk at $20, right? So I would be cautious there. Right? So you this one was definitely a play on the breakout here, right? A play on the breakout. So you had the breakout right there, right? Right there. Yeah. If that thing opens, like closer to $20, then at that point it's no, 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 no. Yeah, BTTC still halted up. Craziness. And SPY is still trying to recover there. TSHA has been super annoying. So is TNMG though. And then BQ waiting for the on halt. Lee, I would use Heikin candles, yeah. Yeah, see, that's the good thing about like when something runs, then the money starts to rotate around, Joel? It's a good thing. TTD. TTD. Again, we'll hop off like when this thing on halts, guys. We will most likely hop off and go back to Discord. So if you're not a member yet, hit that like, hit that subscribe if you're new, and if you want to join us in Discord, click the link at the bottom of the chat there from Nightbot. Sign up for the legend level or above, and come join us in Discord. Alrighty, so we'll hop off in a few minutes. Let me know if you have any last questions. But we're waiting for BQ to be on halted before we leave, so we'll be here for a little bit. Maybe we get at let's go. That would be amazing. Good. About time, we got some Canadian brokers that were doing some work. You know, BTTC is back and it's at $19, right? So again, this thing has been, this thing died as soon as it broke below that. It halted down once. It was dead, dead, right? So for now, hopefully it finds a base somewhere and go back up. But meh, meh. You're in at 17.20. I'll take a look, George. Yeah, pre-IPOs would be fire. I think that might actually be really good for Canadians. Why? Because then I think it's gonna slowly roll out in the sense where you can get more shares than people in Robinhood. Because pre-IPO started to be annoying once everybody was getting into them, right? Because you make easy money, right? Once you make easy monies, it's like, okay, damn. Well, we all need to get into the pre-IPO now. Everybody's getting 1 in 10 shares. So if that comes over to Canada, it's gonna be you should be able to get more of your requested shares than, yeah, at least initially. Let me take a look at BURU 1720 entry. Nice job. Nice job. Nice job. I like it. Yeah, so that $20 wall ish is your next resistance. George, I like your entry though. Let me look at the daily. This thing looked good on the daily. Like you're gonna see it, right? Look at that. That was a beautiful bottom. Beautiful bottoms. And now you're pushing for $20, 20 cents. So if you can break about 20 cents, then you're looking for 21.90. So 22 cents. So 20, 22, and then no resistance. I'm kidding, by the way, but you know what I mean, right? Then there's a lot more room to the upside. But yeah, BURU looks really nice. This one has been spammed quite a bit in the bottom feeding channel, right? BURU. So see, Brian is in as well, right? So yeah, probably quite a few of you guys in this one. Probably quite a few. Beautiful bottoms. 12, 13 cents for this. Yeah, that was nice. Now, not so much, right? Because we're hitting a potential resistance. So again, George, right? 20 cents ish resistance. So I don't know if you have a big enough position to start scaling out, but it looks fine for now. But it is resistance, so just keep that in mind. BQ still halted up, so waiting. Waiting. Yeah, Raven. Yeah. Yeah, we're just waiting for this thing to on halt. Actually, BTTC is yeah, not so good. Yeah, not so good. Amazon, yes, virus. Yes. Come on, BQ, give us the on halt. Uh, TNMG. Yeah, same bottom, right? Same bottom and another bounce. So that thing has been quite annoying. If that thing breaks below 33, please be careful. Alrighty? Please, I'm begging. So make sure you have a plan there. Pretty please. Are you in a position, Mohammed? Stupid China stock. They're gonna make us wait 15 minutes, guys. Unbelievable. Ah, come on. Elon Musk and OpenAI are currently worth roughly the exact same, 500 billion. Can you imagine being like 500 billion? 500 billion. Craziness. Moving from to long swings. Yeah, virus. I like it. Yeah, that was the plan, anyways, for you, though, right? So definitely, definitely a good plan. Yeah, yeah. Like so stock or option wise, virus. Stock or options. You're just watching. Okay. It's halted up again. Yeah, it is halted up. $20 this time. I mean, we'll keep an eye on this thing, Michael, but until they can actually consolidate, maybe above $20, or someplace else, it's still a bit, you know, fishy, fishy, fishy. You think it'll come back a little bit, looking 24 to break even, Michael? Michael, come join us in Discord. No, no more of this rubbish. Come join us. Don't make me find you. Click the link at the bottom of the chat. Come join us. Okay, done. Anyways, I'm kidding. I hope it does, but honestly, there's nothing more than hope. If you break above 21, I almost want to say yes. Alrighty, so if we break above 21, if we break below 1750, though, Michael, be very careful. Be very careful. There goes BQ, guys. Finally on halted. There it is, $20. Right. So, yeah, BQ cooked, cooked. Sheesh. Right. So Lisa, that was the concern, right? If you put an order in there, it feels closer to $20, and then now you're like, please go up, please go up, please go up. Right. That's the danger of, like, you know, not moving quick enough on these holds, and then, trying to get in. I mean, it's at $21, so you might be happy with that, but still, right? Still, good job, Sky. Yeah, you can kind of see how, look at that, right? Now we're at $18, right? So that's the danger, right? So we just went from 21.70 to $18. Uh, uh, there we go. Let's go. Yeah, so $20 resistance. If we can close about $20 though, for BQ, which we're gonna keep watching this one. If we can close above $20 done, then like actually close candles above 20, then we should be able to get more momentum to the upside. Well done, Dot. Nice, good job, beautiful. He says the same thing to V Golf. uh yeah. So if that thing can close above 20, then, but nice rundown. Yeah, ASST. Yep. Bitcoin's back below again, 120. I'm sure it's gonna do that for a second. ASST, nice little pop, nothing crazy. Yep. Anyways, again, guys, let me know if you have any last questions, and then we will continue in Discord. Alrighty, last questions, let me know. Again, if you want to join us in Discord, click the link at the bottom of the chat there from Nightbots. Sign up for the Legend Pro level, or the Gold VIP level. Those are the only 3 levels available. We have a class tomorrow, most likely at 5 p.m. Eastern time. and it will be a general Q&A. So if you have any questions, start writing them down and bring them to the class. Alrighty? Tomorrow, 5 p.m. Eastern, in the Legend Voice channel. Legend Voice. Legend Voice. Alrighty? Legend Voice. 5 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. I'll post again in Discord later. I'll post it tomorrow or whenever. Tomorrow morning, maybe? Yeah. So if there's anything you're struggling with, you need help with, we'll have a conversation about it. Alrighty? Again, let me know if you have any last questions, and then we will hop off and continue in Discord. Yeah, yes, correct, North. So legends, everybody, right? So legends, pro, goats, everybody. So yeah, legends will get a Q&A once a month, right? And then the pros will get other stuff. Later, Kali, have a wonderful rest of the day. Yeah, BQ doesn't look like it's quite done though, does it? Which is a good thing. Good scalp. Well done. Well done. Yeah, so BQ is going to need to clear that 20 again. No last questions, guys? Nothing? Right. Nothing? Well, thank you all very much for smashing the like and for the support as always. Have a wonderful rest of the day. Jensen, can you come again? So we have a class tomorrow on the Legend Voice channel at 5 p.m. Eastern tomorrow, Jetson. So make sure go right now, Jetson. Go watch the onboarding video in the Getting Started channel. Watch the onboarding video, and then there's some other videos in the Getting Started. In the new trader education section. Scroll to the bottom and watch those videos too. Ready? So there's a lot of education for you to catch up on. You have a lot of work. Adios, au revoir. See you in Discord. Martin, yeah, we'll see what that thing does above $20. BTTC. And then BQ above $20. We'll see what that does. CM, bye for now. See you in Discord. Jay, later. Thank you. See you in Discord, Jay. Alrighty. So again, BQ is definitely a top watch. So keep an eye on BQ. If we can break above $20, right, and close above, it might be time. Right? It might be time for to cook. That was the World 360. That was nice. Good scalp. I like that a lot. Congratulations. Edmonton is gonna feel the money's coming. Much love, Dan. Much love. Enjoy the rest of the day. Don't eat too much, please. No more barbecue. Like, take a break. I was waiting for it to 12:20. Yeah. On the Oilers. Oh my goodness. Okay. Let's go Oilers. Let's go. They better bring it home this year or this next season. Rubbish. Orange chicken is on the way. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. What am I gonna eat, guys? Let's see. Yeah, so BQ needs to break above that 20 and actually stay above. Alrighty. Again, have a wonderful rest of the day. Be safe, and catch you guys later. Bye, guys. Bye.